Welcome to day number 2 of the Golden State Nationals. The story today, rain. Now, I'm no weatherman, but I can't tell you that it is lightly sprinkling right now. The track is holding up well. It was ready to go. It's got soil tack, it's got concrete asphalt berms, and so far it's riding well, just a little bit slick. With that being said, it is supposed to subside a little bit later. There's a window where no rain is supposed to be coming down during at least the start of pros, but it may pick up towards the semis and the main events for the pro classes. But with that being said, a win in the dry or a win in the wet pays the same amount of points. The bonus check still cashes, and somebody's still going to win today. Let's see who can handle the weather.
All right, guys, welcome out to day number 2, Golden State Nationals, right here in Bakersfield, California. As you guys can see out here, a little bit of rain, a little bit of weather going on conditions, but the track surface is built for that, so it does race very well out here in the wet conditions. So we look forward to some great racing today again. Round number 4 for the pros today, right here at Bakersfield. So we're about to kick things off here pretty soon. So we'll see you guys shortly on
the weather.
Flow.
Day number 1 saw Jeff Upshaw, Molly Simpson, and Josh Jolly with the wins. Jeff rode fantastic. This track suits him really well, right up his alley. He nailed a perfect start, was dominant all day top to bottom. Jeff is undefeated on the 2025 season. We'll see if he can keep it up for day number 2. Molly Simpson's gate was a little bit late, but she had the power down the rest of the first straightaway to make up for it. Take the big win yesterday, her first win of 2025. We'll see if she can back it up on day number 2, or if Lauren Reynolds, who finished second yesterday, can contend and get the win today. And the big story of day number 1 was Josh Jolly with his first ever men's pro win. Josh is still a teenager. It's been a while since a teenager won a men's pro race, and Josh Jolly has arrived. He is going to throw his hat in the ring for this pro championship. Cameron Wood, the defending champion from last year, finished second. You know that he's going to want to come back and establish the dominance, that he's the man to beat. But Josh Jolly is going to be riding a new level of confidence after a big win yesterday. We'll see who comes out on top for day number 2. We are here with Alexis Alden. Alexis, yesterday did not go according to plan. You ended up on the ground. First off, how are you feeling? Are you okay?
I am okay. I didn't break anything, but I'm quite sore, so I'm going to ride my first round of class and see how I feel.
So take us through it from your perspective. So we saw it looked like you guys might have bumped a little bit, and then you ended up on the ground. Take us through it from your end.
So I kind of left my door open just a little bit, and it was a perfect shot for Darren to come in, and then I think we rubbed elbows, and I bounced off of her. But it happens. Rubbing is racing, so yeah.
What did you learn from that you're going to try to take and move forward and not let that happen again?
I'm going to definitely guard my inside a little better and not leave room for error, and probably get a second straight more cleaner so that wouldn't happen.
You always seem so nice and happy and bubbly. Are you mad on the inside a little bit, or are you still nice and happy and bubbly?
I'm still nice and happy and bubbly. I mean, crashing happens, racing happens. It's all part of the plan, so yeah.
Well, you heard it here. She's still nice and happy and bubbly, but we know she's going to be looking to get the win and get back on top today. Alexis Alden, good luck today.
Thank you so much.
We are here with Ethan Popovich, otherwise known as E-Pop. Ethan, yesterday did not go according to plan. You were in second place in the semi-transfer position, but then you ended up on the ground. Take us through it.
Yeah, I was riding a good lap in the semi, just kind of tucked in for a second. Was trying to make a, not even really trying to make a move in the last turn, just kind of tuck in, and I went in behind another rider. His back wheel kind of slid a little bit, and I was too close, I guess, hit my front wheel, and then ended my day.
So what are you going to take from that and learn and try not to do today?
Yeah, I think just being a little more patient and maybe just take the second. I really wanted the first gate pick to run a fast lap time, but if you don't make the main, the lap time doesn't matter. So
would you say that doing gate pick this year has changed your strategy a little bit and how you approach these semis?
Yeah, I think it's really for everyone. It raised the pace. Everyone's trying a lot harder throughout the day. Like before, you could go 4-4-4 all day, end up in gate 1 in the main, but now it's rewarding to do good throughout the laps.
Well, it's raining. Does that change your strategy? What do we think about the rain?
I don't think it changes my strategy at all, but it's a little scary for sure.
Well, good luck today, Ethan.
Yeah, thank you.
Do you like BMX?
I like BMX.
Well, so do we. Welcome to Full Tilt Bike Co., where we're a collective of young racers working to build the largest selection of BMX race products. But we're not your typical mail-to-order store. So make sure you check out the Full Tilt Bike Co. YouTube channel, where we do product spotlights, bike builds, and give out BMX racing tips and tricks.
Join the community and see what the new age of BMX product sales looks like. Bleh.
USA BMX, where everyone rides.
Pumpkin! Oh, yeah.
So good. Oh. Boom! Oh, yeah. Oh. Boom!
Yeah, that was the best race.
Oh! Oh!
Nope! Denzel! Denzel Stein goes over the turn, Mike! Whoa! What the heck happened right there? Pumpkinhead! All right, you have heard from all the riders watching it. Now let's hear from the rider who was a part of it. Jake, what do you remember from that day?
Man, that whole year we had just developed a pretty good rivalry within the class, and we were all just hitting each other every weekend we could. I came out of the first turn, I had hit Denzel Stein over the turn, and I kind of thought I was in the clear. And then I go into the second turn, and just out of nowhere comes Travis, blasts me. And I remember at the old track that the fans could stand on top of turn 2, and I just remember flying all the way over them and just barely missing the cable wire at the bottom of the turn on the other side.
What happened after that? Did you ever get any payback and get him back?
Yeah, I think we went back and forth, but I ended up getting the nag one at the end of the year, so in the end, that was probably the best payback.
Yeah, so he won the battle, but you won the war. Now, I remember because I was here. I was a couple years younger than you. We were teammates on Intense Fan Montreal. The rivalries between the teams, it wasn't just you and Travis. It was all through the ages. Riders were trying to win for the team sheet. Do you think that it's still to that same level today, or do you think it was maybe a little bit more intense back then?
It was absolutely more intense back then. We don't see the type of takeouts and the blasts, and there's just different style tracks now and different style of racing that leads to that. But yeah, back then was gnarly. It was a war, like you said.
If you could go back, would you do it again?
Absolutely. That was a lot of fun. I miss it.
Head tapping right there. Pumpkin head.
On the Vet Pros on deck right now. Let's introduce you to the players. On your world number 8 bike out of Murrieta, California, by way of Ecuador, for Factory Bombshell, Emilio Faya. On your 438 bike out of Phoenix, Arizona, Alec Nesbitt. On your number 11 bike out of Owasso, Oklahoma, for Psychotherapy Racing, West Coast Bikes, Alan Hudson. On your 214 bike out of Fayetteville, North Carolina, for Richmond Racing, Robert Farian. On your 32 bike out of Folsom, California, for Soletics, Swagger Eyes, Damon Smith. On your 188 bike out of Anthem, Arizona, Thomas Starkey. And on your 937 bike out of Nampa, Idaho, for Factory 09, Big Jeff Upshaw.
Riders ready. Watch the gate.
All right, let's get into the first round. The pro racing going on down that first straightaway. Big Jeff Upshaw, Faya getting going on 1-2 into turn number 1. Hudson, Hot Pants slides in for that 3 spot. They'll send it out the first turn down the second straightaway. Turning into a beautiful day out here in Metro BMX, Bakersfield, California, Golden State National, day number 2 with the Vet Pros coming down the third straightaway. They'll split the straights up right now as they head for home. Down the line, Big Jeff looks over the shoulder just to peek on Fire for that 2 spot as they head on the last straightaway. Hudson going to try to crank things up down the line. Last straight action coming back to the stripe. Got to be Nesbitt picking up that 4. Smith for the 5 on the way through. More Vet Pros on deck as we get things locked and loaded for the second group of the 14 riders. 207 bike out of Clear Lake, California, Sean, Texas. On your 316 bike out of San Diego, California, 316 training, Chase BMX, Aztec Fire, and Safety, TB Tyler Brown. On your 23 bike out of Glendale, Arizona, Supercross BMX, Corey Reed. On your 25 bike out of Jalisco, Mexico, for Prophecy America, Christopher Morales. On your 916 bike out of Rockwood, California, Jet Racing, hello, Jake Peebles. On your 523 bike out of Bakersfield, California, Jordan Miranda. And on your 64 bike out of Claremore, Oklahoma, by way of Anytown, USA, for Huffy and Stay Strong, the captain, Nick Long. Gate is down with the big boys, the Vet Pros. Oh, El Capitano Long. Oh, the sprints are paying off for him right now as he's got a mean first straight headed into that first turn. Down the second straight, we're going to go. Long, Huffy bikes, Reed on that 2 spot, Supercross colors. Oh, yeah, Bakersfield, Miranda picking it up on the 3s. We hit in that second turn. Miranda trying to crank this one up on the way back through the third straightaway. But it's all the 64, the captain, Nick Long, out front, running the show. He's looking for that first round ace as he heads out of the Supercross turn. Got to be Corey Reed on that 2 spot. Down the last straightaway, everybody charging hard. Brown trying to get through traffic. Looks like it was Miranda coming in for the 3 with Morales for the 4. All right, let's get into the ABA Futures. Ladies, on deck right now to Tempe, Arizona. On your national number 3 bike, Darren Merton. Out of Georgetown, Indiana, Factory Senate LSG, number 1 bike, Katie Cyrus. On your national age group number 10 bike, Surprise, Arizona, Tatum Huffman. On your number 2 bike out of Hesperia, California, Maddie Braden. On your 10 bike out of Surprise, Arizona, Marissa Brown. On your number 2 bike out of Bedford, Texas, Shelby Elder. And on your 44 bike out of Illinois, Brenna Dirksen.
Okay, Ryder. Random start. Riders ready. Watch the gate.
Shelby Elder got a pretty good shot on the outside, but looks like it's all racing down that first straightaway. Got to be Darren Merton. Merton going to fire it up and now the first turn down the second straightaway. She'll check down the line. Keep things going on. Here we go. Looking for that 2. Going to be Sharks. Brown trying to find a way up in it with Braden Huff and Cyrus. Dirksen and Elder on that 2 spot, but it's all Merton on the top spot. She'll swing it back to the inside lane as they go down that third straightaway. Keep things ramped up on the way back through. In and out of the last turn we go. Still got it wrapped up. Merton on the front line run. Coming in out of the last turn, Gordy's bikes out of Arizona. Got to be Huffman. Huffman comes in hot for the 2 spot. Back to the line. Cyrus will get the 3. Elder will get a 4. More ABA Futures ladies on deck. Out of Belgrade, Montana on your national number 18 bike, Addison Thompson. Out of Waddell, Arizona on your world number 7 bike, Kate Sifford. On your national age group number 7 out of Chino Hills, California, Caitlin Cole. On your World 2 bike out of Henderson, Nevada, Presley Gould. On your national number 8 bike out of Fountain Hills, Arizona, Landon Burrian. On your number 2 bike out of Riverside, California, Soraya Shande. On your number 12 bike out of Calgary, Alberta, Canada, Daisy Kettle. And on your world number 7 bike out of Peachtree City, Georgia, Alexis Alden.
Okay, Ryder. Random start. Riders ready. Watch the gate.
Oh, little pop out of the gate right there. Thompson, Burring got a pretty good charge going down that first straightaway. Ooh, on the outside, Siffer going to try to drive this one back around. Alden playing it safe right now, but she knows how to lay down some track speed down the 2 straightaway. Keeping things going on the top spot. Going to be Sharks out front. How about Thompson? Thompson, the second turn down the 3 straightaway. She's got her eyes on the prize, looking for that low point in the first go-around. Alden all the way down the 3 straightaway, trying to get around Burring. Burring knows she's got to keep that door closed up tight, but here we go down the last straightaway. It's all horsepower now as we come back through. Thompson comes home. Going to go Sifford for the 2, Burring for the 3, Alden for your 4. ABA Futures men on deck with the 14 riders. Let's introduce you to the players. National age group number 9 bike out of Glendale, Arizona, Justin Perkins. On your 130 bike out of Antioch, Illinois, Marshall Gerke. On your number 30 national number 39 bike out of Lincoln, California, Ryder Santos. On your 18 bike out of Utah, Darian Inglis. On your national age group number 9 bike out of West Jordan, Utah, Caden Carbona. On your number 12 bike out of Arroyo Grande, California, Levi Folkrod. And on your world number 1 out of Rock Hill, South Carolina, Chris Felker. Santos with a big charge, big lead going down in that first turn. He's going to kick this one into high gear. Took the win yesterday. Wants to try to double down with the Futures class for the weekend, but he's got the major Marshall Gerke picking it up on the 2 spot. Oh, he's got his teammate on the 3 right now, Felker. Oh, but here comes Hot Folkrod, the hot rod, man. He had a hot tune going on yesterday, trying to make a move right now on Felker. Down that third straight side by side. Felker beats him to the punch and closes the door up on the way through the last straightaway. Coming back down the line, it's all Santos, Gerke on the 1-2. Back to the stripe. How about Felker pick it up on the 3? Looks like it's Folkrod for your 4. More ABA Futures men on deck. Second group locked in out of Reno, Nevada on your number 12 bike, Isaac Fransden. On your 543 bike out of Cambridge, New Zealand, Nick Cowie. On your number 1 national age group number 1 bike out of Indiana, Ethan Popovich. On your national number 99 bike out of Ackworth, Georgia, Andrew Herrera. On your national age group number 19 bike out of Las Vegas, Nevada, Brady O'Neill. On your national age group number 18 bike out of Newcastle, California, Rowdy Holzer. And on your national age group number 18 bike out of Alberta, Canada, Jackson Ross.
Okay, riders, random start. Riders ready, watch the gate.
Big snap out of E-Pop. Gets a good gate on this one as he heads down that first straightaway into turn number 1. Definitely not the best gate guy, but he fired one off right there as he go down the... Uh-oh! Enrique, what happened, man? He's like, I'm just going to head over this tough block. Say hi to Jen for a second. In and out of the second turn, third straightaway. Popovich running hot out front. Ross on the 2. Y'all good, Enrique? Says, hey, man, that's the way it goes. Coming back out and still got this one rolling on back through. All the way down the line. Popovich going to take this one for a hot lap. Popovich, Ross go 1-2 back to the stripe. Cowie going to get the 3. Looks like it was O'Neill for the 4. My man Herrera went off track, got a little loose out there, but that's the way it goes. Whoa, here we go. Where you at, Bakersfield? The ladies on deck right now. Elite women, make some noise. On your national 505 bike out of Albuquerque, New Mexico, Maya Ramos. On your 21 bike out of San Diego, California, by way of Australia, Factory Answer, Lauren Reynolds. On your 54 bike out of Bend, Oregon, Factory Full Tilt Radio, Olivia Armstrong. On your 33 bike out of Fort White, Florida, for Send It Fly Racing, Mackenzie Gayhart. On your number 24 bike out of Port Orchard, Washington, for Chase Fly and the BMX Racing Group Store.com, J.C. Moore. On your 640 bike out of Antelope, California, Rockstar Rift Tangent, Brianna Winter. And on your 31 bike out of Tucson, Arizona, for Biolab and DK Bicycles, Delaney Vaughn. Big pop out of the gate right now. Oh, here we go. Drag racing downtown. Armstrong got a pretty good shot. She'll take a whole shot with this one. She knows she's got to get on the gas down that 2 straightaway. Vaughn coming in hot, but here comes Laza reeling them in down the 2 straightaway. Moore's on the move. They go 3 wide into that second turn to the back of the pack as they go down the 3 straightaway. Armstrong still running the show, but Aussie. Here comes Laza coming down the 3 straight into that last turn. Vaughn trying to get around the outside. Oh, looks like Armstrong trying to come back for the ace. Trying to get that low point. Laza still doing some shopping. Back to the stripe, ready to go. Armstrong, Vaughn, Reynolds, 1, 2, 3. More ladies on deck right now on your 56 bike out of Surprise, Arizona. Supercross BMX, Lexus Colby. On your number 10 bike out of La Mirada, California, Rockstar Rift Tangent, Ava Corley. On your world number 6 bike out of Guilford, Indiana, for Huffy Corporation, Carly Kane. On your 119 bike out of British Columbia, Canada, for Danger Boy, Kiera Murphy. On your 335 bike out of Phoenix, Arizona, for Remix BMX, Rachel Mydock. And on your 44 bike out of Red Deer, Alberta, Canada, Daylight Cycles, Molly Simpson. Big pop out of Kane. On the inside. Colby's got a pretty good drive, but looks like Simpson going to take this one down into turn number 1. You know she knows how to get it done in Bakersfield. Picked up the win yesterday. Going to try to double down for the weekend. We'll see what happens through the motos today as we go into turn number 2. It's all Daylight Cycles out front. A lot of daylight out right now as we have it in the second turn, third straightaway. Simpson, Colby, 1, 2. Mydock on the 3 spot as they head for home. We'll keep it all international coming down the line out of Alberta, Canada on the 44 bike. It's all Daylight Cycles. Simpson will bring this one back through with Colby on the 2 spot. Mydock will get the 3. Kane for your 4. All right, the big boys, the elite men on deck, ready to rock and roll on your 158 bike at a Pitt Meadows, British Columbia, Canada for Chase. BRGstore.com, CF11 and Fly, Ryan Tugis. On your 248 bike out of Tulsa, Oklahoma, 360 training, Carbone Cartel, Trenton Moore. On your 883 bike out of Australia for Time BMX, Radio and Box Components, Josh Jolly. On your 27 bike out of Mayaca City, Florida for Hyperbike, Acre Brand, Snafu, Jay Smooth, Jeremy Smith. On your 463 bike out of Lake Elsinore, California for Daylight Bikes and Hero Bike Parts, Big Z, Zach Van Kamen. On your 15 bike out of Bakersfield, California for Factory Answer, Cameron Larson. And on your number 12 bike out of Phoenix, Arizona for Mongoose, the USA BMX Foundation, your current USA BMX number 1, the Cowboy, Cameron Wood. Straight drag race horsepower time. Who's got to hang it all out downtown? Looks like Wood got a pretty good pop into turn number 1. He'll get things started up down the second straightaway. Tugis, Larson side by side down the 2 straight. Oh, but we got Jolly, the Aussie on the outside. Picked a big win up last night with authority. So he comes down the 3 straightaway right by side. Wood side by side as they go into that last turn. Wood, Jolly still 1 and 2 on the way back around. Oh, Larson trying to thread the needle on Toogie back down the last straightaway looking for a low point. Tugis will take it for the 3. Larson for the 4. Big Z Van Kamen will pick up that 5. 31 riders in the men's elite group today. On your 222 bike out of Palm Harbor, Florida for Speedco Avian, Spencer Cole. On your 567 bike out of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania for Acre Brand, OGO and ODI, Michael Reck. On your 85 bike out of Largo, Florida by way of Australia for Factory S Squared, Speedo, Jack Davis. On your 154 bike out of Tempe, Arizona for Gordy's and Supercross, Lucas Howes. On your 17 bike out of Mayaca City, Florida by way of Japan, Ryo Bugsy Shibata. On your 179 bike out of Bern, Switzerland for Speedco Avian and IRC, Simon Marquardt. On your 212 bike out of Grand Junction, Colorado for BMX Sharks, Aaron Blee. And on your 127 bike out of Murrieta, California by way of Ecuador, Factory Bassett, Gustavo Vitsuna.
There's like no other way.
Speedo got a pretty good pop on this one. Going to drive it down in that first turn. Basuna Marquardt on the outside. Oh, Loose Lucas coming in hot right there. Slips in for the 2 spot down the second straightaway. Everybody's charging hard right now going into turn number 2. Couple extra cranks over the tabletop right there. House getting busy down the 3 straightaway, but it's all Speedo Davis out front running the show. The Aussie S Squared Factory coming back through. Last turn action. Going to make it happen all the way back home. Got to be Vitsuna on that 2 spot. Marquardt on the 2 back to the line. How about House and then Vitsuna? Well, come on in. Another one on deck, lock loaded, ready to go. On your 106 bike out of Quebec, Canada for Danger Boy, Stel Pro, Guess You Thrace, Thomas Shadoin. On your number 13 bike out of Houston, Texas for Factory Senate, Zenith Racing Group, Ray Lakeford. On your 34 bike out of Sterling, Virginia, Rockstar Rift Tangent, Cutter Williams. On your 294 bike out of Tucson, Arizona, Kyle Jensen. On your 194 bike out of Oldsmar, Florida by way of Argentina for Rockstar Rift Tangent, Fede Villegas. On your 815 bike out of Biganos, France for 09, Eddie C, Eddie Clarity. On your 288 bike out of Garland, Texas, Factory Racing, Cameron Wing. And on your 24 bike out of Tucson, Arizona for Biolab and Senate, Corbin Sherrod.
Okay, riders, random start. Riders ready, watch the gate.
Well, let's see what we got on the outside. Eddie C got a pretty good shot. There we go. Clarity out out of the first turn, down the 2 straightaway. The long hair didn't close the door up tight, but he's on that 2 spot. Villegas back on the 3. Rockstar Rip Tangent Boys trying to get some low points. Cuddy Williams trying to put something together in and out. Turn number 2 down the 3rd straightaway. But here comes Corbin Sherrod keeping it smooth right now as they head down the line. They bring this one back around. In and out. We're going to go. Still wrap this one up on that top spot. Clarity going to get it. Clarity Langford 1-2. Villegas and Williams. Another one locked up on deck, ready to go. Last rack of the boys are your 477 bike out of Charlotte, North Carolina for the Auto Wrecking Crew. Joey Lito. On your 351 bike out of Avon, Indiana, Factory Senate LSG, Drew Polk. On your 528 bike out of Palm Harbor, Florida, by way of Australia for Inspire Bicycles, Noah Elton. On your number 74 bike out of Plainfield, Indiana for Mongoose Bicycles, Jordan Callum. On your 456 bike out of South Park, Pennsylvania for Landstar Racing, AHN, Amy, and Fly Racing, Cameron Bramer. On your 269 bike out of Lakeside, California, Biolab Senate, Anthony Picardo. On your 70 bike out of Medellin, Colombia for Stay Strong, Mateo Carmona. And on your 72 bike out of Orlando, Florida, by way of Chile for Factory Bali, Mauricio Molina.
Okay, riders, random start. Riders ready, watch the gate.
Lita's got a pretty good pop. It looks like Bramer going to lay the hammer downtown and get things going off. Get a nice little hole shot out of the first turn. Lita on that 2 spot. Polk trying to drive this one on the 3. Callum, Picardo side by side. Callum's got the inside. He's going to close the door up on Picardo down the 3 straight. They'll split it up as they head down the line. They'll bring this one into that last turn. Bramer still trying to hang on to it. Oh, Lita says they got to throw the hook on you. Tow you on in for the Alto Record Crew back down the last straightaway. It's all Lito, Bramer, Callum, Polk. 1, 2, 3, and 4.
Do you like BMX?
I like BMX.
Well, so do we. Welcome to Full Tilt Bike Co., where we're a collective of young racers working to build the largest selection of BMX race products. But we're not your typical mail-to-order store. So make sure you check out the Full Tilt Bike Co. YouTube channel, where we do product spotlights, bike builds, and give out BMX racing tips and tricks.
Join the community and see what the new age of BMX product sales looks like. Bleh.
here with Elise Willoughby. Elise, it has been 18 years since you have not competed in the USA BMX Pro Series Women's Championship, but this is for an amazing reason. Congratulations. How far along are you? Take us through the process.
Yeah, we are about 28 weeks now, so a few months to go, but rounding the final stretch here. I can see the finish line. But yeah, it's been really interesting, I guess, new perspective. Everyone says that, you know, every chapter, every season of life, you gain a new perspective, and I feel like I haven't even stepped into this chapter yet. I'm still in the growing phase, but I already have that. Like watching the races from afar, I get nervous and competitive, but I'm so excited for this chapter as well. And I think it's just going to give a whole new purpose and meaning behind it, and I really look forward to coming back in due time and, being able to have this new purpose and motivation and reason to, get to that finish line.
And when does the baby due?
July 18th.
I feel like it's a pretty good birthday. You know, you get your wins in before you age up, right? Was that a factor when you guys were making plans?
Zero factor. No, we were as pleasantly surprised as everyone else with this. So this has been a little miracle, and it's going to be. I'm like, it's probably going to be a World's Week baby, you know. Like, it's always going to have its birthday around that time frame. So like you said, we can get some both age bracket wins in, hopefully, right?
Well, I can speak on all of BMX. We are so excited for you. Congratulations. It seems like just yesterday you and I are getting ready for the London Olympics. Feels like 100 years ago now. Congrats. All the best. It's great to have you here in Bakersfield. We'll see you maybe in Derby City.
That might be a little quick, but at some point here. Yep, you'll see me again.
I wanna dig my hands deep down in the dirt. Take a walk along the street if I'm feeling dessert. All of this convenience just doesn't work for me. I wanna play with fire, let me get hurt. Can we take it back to 95? Before we had this drama in our lives, just staring at the screen every day and night. I miss the rush of living in real life. Go get your DeLorean.
Back to it, more pro racing getting ready to stage up right now. The second go round for the Bet Pros. Rolling in the gate. Let them loose here in just a second. Reed, Nesbitt, Starkey, Smith, Hudson, Miranda, and Texas on deck. Lock, loaded, ready to go. Round two, Bet Pros.
Ready, watch the gate.
Supercross colors on the inside. Reed's got a pretty good pop and drive on this one down that first straightaway. Miranda trying to get a wheel in the game right now, looking for that 3 spot out of the first turn, send it down the 2 straightaway. Hudson hanging tight on that 2 spot, wants to get a low point, but here comes Miranda. Miranda knows how to get around, and Bakersfield coming in and out of the second turn, 3rd straightaway. Keep things locking in. Hudson going for that inside line. Let's see what happens with Reed on the outside on the way back around. Reed gets this one locked in, coming back down to us. He's going to roll it back to the stripe. Going to go Hudson for the 2, back to the line. How about Miranda gets the 3 to the stripe? We go Nesbitt for your 4. That's the way it locks in out of that second go around of Bet Pros. First rack, second rack up on deck right now. Peebles, Brown, Morales, Farian, Upshaw, Long, and Fire.
Okay, riders, random start. Riders ready, watch the gate.
Big Jeff Upshaw on the outside, the captain. Oh, Emilio, and the big squeeze with the big boys right there. He says, all right, I got to get out of the game, get down that 2 straightaway. I got to try to get a low point going on. Brown's on the move right now. He wants a low point. Oh, Captain Long stretches it out a little bit. He has to check up on Faya. Here we go. Split the straightaway down the 3rd straight. They're going to go. Still big Jeff Upshaw on the top spot. Here comes Brown in the last turn. He's going to get around the Captain. Oh, they lean on each other a little bit. Brown says, I got you, Cap. Coming back to the line. Faya for the 2. Long's going to hang for the 4. Back to the stripe. Nice move from Tyler Brown to get into that 3 spot as they came on down the last straightaway. Good stuff going on right there. ABA Futures ladies on deck. Shunday, Braden, Brown, Sifford, Cyrus, Huffman, Kettle. First group on deck, locked, loaded, ready to go. Sifford got the drive on the inside down that first straightaway. Huffman going to ramp things up going into turn number 1. Cyrus going to have to check up and slide into that 3 spot. How's that first turn down the 2nd straightaway? Oh, banging bars right now on the 4-5 as they keep things going down that 2 straightaway. But it's all V8 Kate Sifford looking for that top spotter. She brings this one in and out of that 2nd turn, but Huffman knows how to crank things up. Let's see what she's got for the Gordy's crew down that 3rd straightaway. Cyrus, Citadel SG picking it up on the 3. Out of the last turn, coming back around. It's all Sifford on the front line run as she comes on back down to it. Sifford Huffman, 1-2 down the last straightaway. Going to go Cyrus for the 3, the B bike, and Brown will pick up that 4 as they come on through. More ABA Futures women on deck. Burrion, Alden, Gould, Cole, Dirksen, Merton, Elder, and Thompson.
Okay, riders, random start. Riders ready, watch the gate.
Big pop out of Thompson on this one. Burrion on that 2 spot. He'll chase it down the first straightaway. Gould looking for a way in. Shows her wheel, seals the deal under the 3. Alden coming in hot right there. She needs to get some low points going on. Wants to try to get through the day. She is getting some track speed going into that 2nd turn. Has to check up and slide into the 4 spot, but it's all Thompson. Burrion, the Montana girls go 1 and 2 down the 3rd straightaway. Takes it upstairs, keeps a nice smooth drive going to that last turn. Single file drive on the way back home. Thompson get another ace locked in with this one. Burrion for that 2 spot. Gould and Alden side by side as they cross the stripe right there. Merton will pick up that 5. ABA Futures men on deck, ready to rock and roll. O'Neill, Folkrod, Holzer, Popovich, Gerke, Herrera, and Ross.
Okay, riders, random start. Riders ready, watch the gate.
E-Pop got another good gate going down that first straightaway. Herrera trying to redeem himself after that first go-around incident as he went off track. He's got a solid 3 going down that 2 straightaway. Gerke hanging tight on that 2 spot. Coming into that 2nd turn. Hot, though, the hot rod, Folkrod. O'Neill's, he's on the drive down that 3 straightaway. Popovich still got it locked in. The Midwest boys going 1 and 2. Oh, O'Neill finds the open door on Herrera. Out of the last turn, coming back out is Folkrod. He's on the charge for home. Popovich. Well, Gerke on the 2. O'Neill, Herrera, and Folkrod come on back in. More ABA Futures men on deck, ready to go. Cowie, Inglis, Franzen, Santos, Felker, Carbona, Perkins.
Okay, riders, random start. Riders ready, watch the gate.
Another solid drive out of the gate. Big push down that first straightaway. Santos, Felker, the Rockstar Rip Tangent boys will go 1 and 2. Got to be the Kiwi picking it up on that 3 spot down that 2 straightaway. Cowie's going to try to move up on the program as he heads in that 2nd turn. See if he's got a little extra juice, looking for some low points. But it's all Santos on the top spot. Took a clean run last night. Took up the win, trying to double down for the weekend in the Futures class on the way back through. Still the Rockstar Rip Tangent boys go 1-2 back down the last straightaway. Santos, Felker, top spots. Cowie going to get the 3. Back to the line go Inglis for the 4. Francis going to get that 5. Ladies up on deck, the elite women ready to rock and roll. Colby, Corley, Reynolds, Vaughn, Moore, Murphy, and Gayhart. Whoa, big wheelie out of Lightning Lex out of the gate. She's going to get the whole shot going on down that first straightaway. Uh-oh, almost had it. Lazabear gets around the outside. Oh, here we go down that 2 straightaway. Reynolds out front, running the show with the young ladies coming behind her down that 2 straightaway, in and out of the second turn. Reynolds, Colby, 1, 2. Moore's on the charge. Vaughn trying to get some low points with Gayhart, Murphy, ramping it up into that last turn. But Lazabear puts down a heater right here. As she comes on down that last straightaway, she'll get this one wrapped up. Colby trying to hang on that 2 spot. Back to the line. It'll be Vaughn for the 3, Moore for the 4. Another one on deck, rocked and locked, ready to go. Ramos, Armstrong, Kane, Mydock, Simpson, and Winter.
Okay, riders, random start. Riders ready, watch the gate.
Armstrong got a great gate on that one, and she gets things loaded up down that first straightaway. Mydock looking for that 2 spot out of the first turn down the second straightaway. Gotta be Kane, Simpson. Simpson driving this one. Winter trying to put something together along the way into that second turn. Kane coming back around. Simpson trying to show her a wheel, but she's got a little pull down that 3 straightaway. Takes it upstairs, gets a clean backside. Going to that last turn. Kane hanging on to that 3 spot as they head for home. It's all Armstrong still way out front as she owns the program with authority for the ladies right there. Winter comes in. Whoa, Winter might have popped off a 3 or 4 spot right there as she came back through. Quarters are staging up back there behind the gate right now, so your quarters are staging up. Make sure you get it back there. Don't miss out. Quarters are staging up right now. Elite men locked up, ready to rock and roll. Reck, Jensen, Jolly, Smith, Polk, Moore, Vatsuna.
Okay, riders, random start. Riders ready, watch the gate.
Jay Smooth got a pretty good pop on this one. Jolly on the outside. Aussie. Jolly out front out of the first turn down the second straightaway. Does a lot of training down there in Florida with Jay Smooth at Acre Brand Farm. Polk coming in hot right there. Here we go. Moore trying to lean on him down the 3 straight. We get things going on back and around. It's all Jolly going to go wire to wire with Jay Smooth on that 2 spot. Polk slides in for that 3 as they head for home. Jensen on the 4 down the last straightaway. Tuna will pick up the 5.
Have a question about the motos.
Good racing going on that second turn right there. Trent Moore trying to lean on it a little bit, just didn't quite have enough. Another one on deck, ready to go. Langford, Van Kamet, Tugas, Clarity, Blee, Marquardt, Wing, Lido.
Okay, riders, random start. Riders ready, watch the gate.
Big snap on the inside. Eddie C got a pretty good pop on this one. The Frenchman down that first straightaway. Whoa! Going to get around the outside, though. Got to be Toogie going to get things fired off. The Canadian down the second straightaway. It's all international right now. Canada, France, 1-2. Getting things going on down that 3 straightaway. It's all the working man. Toogie on that top spot. He's got this one locked into that last turn. Clarity doing a little shopping. Toogie riding smart, keeping the door locked up real tight right there as they go down the last straightaway. Toogie, Clarity, Langford, Lido, Marquardt, Van Kamen coming through. Woo-hoo-hoo. Some hot laps going on with the big boys right now. Picardo, Davis, Carmona, Cole, Elton, Larson, Jadoin, Shimada. Stars and Stripes looking for the drive down that first straightaway, but Speedo got a pretty good log. He's a big dude. He's hard to get around. Now the first turn. Jack Davis down that 2 straightaway. Cam Larson picking it up on that 2 spot as they head forward in and out of that second turn. Carmona, the Colombiano, picks it up for the 3 down the 3rd straightaway. The man from Japan, Bugsy Shimada, he's driving hard, bearing it back around, but it's all Davis on this one, wire to wire. Going to keep the points low for the dough as he comes on back down the last straightaway. Larson for the 2, Carmona for the 3, Shimada for the 4. The one on deck, locked and loaded, ready to go. Looks like this is the last rack of the elite men. Howes, Sherrall, Bramer, Villegas, Molina, Wood, Williams, and Callum. Villegas got a pretty good shot on the inside. Looks like Corbin Sherrod going to drive this one downtown, but it's all the champ Cam Wood out front. He's going to fire it off out of the first turn, second straightaway. Bramer, got a little loose down that 2 straightaway, but he's hanging tight on that 3 spot. Hal's going to close the door up tight. Everybody taking the hit. Jordan Callum finds the open door down the 3rd straightaway into that last turn. They'll bring this one out of the last straight, coming back through. It's on the champ Wood on the top spot. He's coming back home. Wood, Sherrod, Callum, Villegas, Williams, Bramer, House. Quarter main events are staging up right now. Some exciting racing in that second go around of the pro action right here at Golden State National. Day number 2 on Flow Bikes.
32.
USA BMX, where everyone rides.
We're here with Molly Simpson, big winner yesterday. Molly, what did you do well yesterday? What are you going to continue to work on today?
Yeah, yesterday was a really good day, and like we said, it's good vibes here. So I just kind of kept it smooth and was doing the same thing every lap and not trying not to change too much.
I always like to say winning is boring, right? Like winning itself is fun, but the act to get there is a lot of doing the same thing over and over again. How do you keep it fresh? How do you keep it fun and not get bored?
Yeah, I just reset every moto. You know, every lap is a different race, a different universe on its own. So I just make sure to reset every time and get that it's another race mentality rather than kind of, here we go again. It's more of, all right, reset and let's go.
Tell us about this gear you have on. This gear is awesome.
Thank you. Yeah, so with no logo, I get to customize my own kits and kind of select designs that I choose, and then he kind of puts it together for me. So this was kind of like a retro 70s theme kind of kit, and then the one yesterday was really special because it was an all-white kit and it had a bunch of signatures and names written all over it, and that was my friends and my family and my coaches, all their names on there. So that one was really meaningful. Yeah.
I think it looks awesome. We're going to switch gears. It's currently the NHL playoffs. You are Canadian, and we know hockey runs thick through Canada. How are you feeling about your team in the playoffs right now?
Yeah, they're in. The Oilers are in, but they're against LA Kings, so it's going to be tough. But I'm still rooting for them.
You guys do have Connor McDavid. You always have a chance when you have Connor McDavid. Best of luck to your Oilers. Not against my Knights. Best of luck to your Oilers, and best of luck today, Molly.
Thanks, Connor. Thanks.
on the rain delay, cruising through the pits. Look over here at the Huffy pit. I see a couple of the vet pros right here, man. Nick Long, you know, you're all revved up. You're up on deck. You're ready. You guys are all ready to go. And then now we're on rain delay. You know, I got Jay Smooth. I got Josh Jolly here. Ethan Popovich. You know, what's the reset with you guys? Like, you know what I mean? You're all pumped up. You're up there, and it's like, bam. Okay, now we got to go rain delay. How do you guys reset for the day, man? Like, to get back in the game?
I think the thing about being pro is just being able to turn it on when it's time to go. So I think that's what making it to this level is all about, is being ready when your time's called. So I think that's the best way to look at it.
Jay Smooth?
You couldn't have said it any better, you know. Even just, you know, growing up racing amateur, you know, you have those long breaks, so you kind of get used to, you know, being in the zone, doing your thing, and then kind of stepping out, and then you gotta, you know, jump back in, kind of like Nick said. So yeah.
Jolly, brand new rookie pro, man, made an outstanding lap last night and made it with authority. But now we're on hold, man. How you feeling?
It's kind of nice to have a little break in between the racing, but yeah, you just gotta stay ready and go when it's time to go. But yeah, it's all good. It's just part of the game.
All right, that's just a little bit of the chatter going on out here in the pit area when we're on the rain delay. We figured we'd come around and see some of the rest of the guys. Michael Reck, Bugsy Shimada, Ray Langford, some of the factory Zenith Racing guys. How you guys feeling? You guys ready for the reset or what?
Yeah, ready to go. We just got a text saying that we're going in about 15 minutes, so excited to get back underway.
All right, guys. Look to see you out there. We'll ramp it back up. Some good stuff right here. We're in Bakersfield, Golden State National, day number 2, Pro Series, round number 4. We're on rain delay, but you've heard it. They're ready to reset. We're ready to get back on gate.
We're here with Cody from USA BMX. Cody, on a day like today when the rain starts falling, what goes through your mind and what is the process USA BMX takes to make sure rider safety is taken into account, but we still get the race done?
Yeah, so the first part is we're going to look at, you know, kind of the storm access. You know, rain is something this track can go through no problem. If it turns into lightning and things like we just saw, we got to stop racing, retreat, and then sort it out afterwards. And when we come back, it's the first thing is looking at where there's any standing water. We just go from there.
Having a track that is soil tacked as well as this one, how much does it help when it does rain?
It helps a ton. This track like this and many tracks that have the soil tack on it and the slurry surfaces, you can pretty much go racing right away unless there's standing water.
A lot of people don't know this, but you used to race. Did you like racing in the rain?
I did not like racing in the rain. Wasn't really my thing. I just kind of hide out or go slow, stay in the back. I think it's my height, I just don't want to slide out in the turn, so I just slow down.
BMX is truly a family. It just rained hard for over an hour. Sun's out now, it's cleared up, and we have volunteers as well as USA BMX staff helping to get the track ready and be as safe as possible for the riders who are here to compete. Thank you to everybody for being patient. Thank you to all the volunteers for coming out here and helping out. Let's get back to racing.
All right, let's get back to the action now. Vet Pro's going to head down that first straightaway. Upshaw got a big drive from the outside. Looks like Tyler Brown going to slide on downtown. Who put a little drift on it down the first turn, down the second straightaway. Faya picking it up on that 3 spot as they head forward down the 2 straightaway. In and out of that second turn, we're going to go Reed. Peebles not in the game right now. Texas not in the game. They opted out as we go down that 3rd straightaway. Faya looking for a low point right now, driving into that last turn. Let's see what he's got. Upshaw says, come on, bring the heat, boys. Let's go down the last straightaway. Upshaw, Brown going to put a heater on the back of the line. Upshaw's just got a little bit longer arm by about 2 feet than Brown, and he'll stretch it out for him as he brings it back to the stripe. ABA Futures ladies back on deck. Dirksen, Shande, Brown, Burrion, Braden, Gould, Alden. ABA Futures ladies headed down the first straightaway. Pretty good drive on the outside. Burrion taking this one down into turn number 1. She'll get things kicked into it. Got to be Gould sliding on that 2 spot. Oh, BB. Trying to lay a little bit of elbow on that one down the 2 straightaway. 2 by Shande going to get it in for Trinity. Coming back in and out of that second turn. Oh, coming in hot, Brenna. Puts a little drift on it, but she hangs on to that one into that second turn as we go down the 3 straight. Bringing this one back through. It's all Burrion on the front line run. Coming back down to is Burrion Gould. Getting it done 1 and 2 as they come down that last straightaway and lock this one in for the 3. Going to go Shande, and it's going to go Dirksen for the 4. as they head back at us. Another one rocked and locked on deck, ready to go. Cyrus, Huffman, Thompson, Merton, Cole, Sifford, Kettle, and Elder. Merton with a big pop on this one. Thompson going to try to drive it into turn number 1. Let's see what kind of horsepower we got going in that first turn. Driving it way down low right there on the J-bike. Going to get things going on Sifford. A hard run down the 2 straightaway, but Thompson ramps it back up again as we head into that second turn. Huffman coming in hot now. Merton, Thompson working it out side by side. Huffman takes over that 3 spot down the 3rd straightaway. Sifford ramping it up on the 4. She's trying to get a low point in that last turn. Let's see what happens on the way out. It's all Merton out front, though. She's running this one back down the last straightaway. Thompson for the 2, Huffman for your 3, J-bike, Sifford for the 4. Cyrus is back up on the track. Let's give her a little love as she comes on back through with Cole. ABA Futures men on deck, rocked, locked, ready to go. Santos, Carbona, Herrera, Popovich, Gerke, Perkins, Felker.
Okay, riders, random start. Riders ready, watch the gate.
We going for a pump lap in the back. All right. Get this one going on out front. Who's got it going now? Santos going to go with Popovich on the 1-2 as they head out of the first turn down the 2nd straightaway. Looking for that 3 spot. Got to be Carbona. Carbona picking it up on the 3. Herrera back on the 4. They'll ramp it up in and out of that 2nd turn. 3rd straightaway. Popovich, Santos on the 1-2. Keeping things locked in down that 3rd straight. Carbona picking it up on that 3 spot as they head forward. Herrera drives it back through on the 4. They're all side by side, 4 wide as they head in that last turn. But Popovich, Santos get it done 1 and 2 back to the line. Carbona gets to get the 3 spot. That's the way those boys are bringing on back in. Got another one on deck, locked and loaded, ready to go. Come up, Franson, O'Neill, Cowie, Ross, Inglis, Holzer, Folkrod.
Okay, riders, random start. Riders ready, watch the gate.
Pretty good shot downtown. Cowie going to get things going. The Kiwi out of New Zealand. He'll ramp it up on the first turn down the 2nd straightaway. Everybody's on charge for home now. O'Neill, Franson, Ross, Inglis, Holzer, Folkrod. Charging into turn number 2. Daylight Cycles. Cracks open the door right there. O'Neill coming down the 3rd straightaway. He's driving this one back around. Holzer on the outside line over there, getting things rocked into that last turn, looking for a low point on the way back through. Who's got it rolling on back home? It's all Callie on the top spot, the 543 bike. Back to the line. He's going to go O'Neill for that 218B bike. Looks like a downrider back up over there as he comes back to Franston. He's coming back around. Ladies up on deck, ready to rock and roll. Ramos, Mydock, Murphy, Vaughn, Reynolds, Corley, Simpson.
Okay, riders, random start. Riders ready, watch the gate.
Big snap out of Simpson down the first straightaway. Vaughn on the outside. Reynolds on the inside drive with Vaughn as she goes into that first turn. Mydock slips in for that 3 spot out of the first turn down the second straightaway. Ramos trying to ramp it up a little bit along the way and get locked in with the daylight cycles out front. It's all Molly Simpson out front. She goes down that third straightaway. Simpson, Reynolds, 1-2. Vaughn on the 3. Mydock on the 4 as they drive for home into that last turn. Still looking for those low points. But Simpson going to get another wire-to-wire run as she comes on back down the last straightaway. It's all daylight cycles. Back to the stripe. Reynolds solid on the 2 spot. Vaughn on the 3. Mydock on the 4. More elite ladies up on the deck. How about Armstrong, Moore, Kane, Colby, Gayhart, and Winter.
Okay, riders, random start. Riders ready, watch the gate.
Strong pop out of the gate. Lexus Colby taking this one down for that Supercross crew. Kane looking for a win, driving on the inside. Didn't have quite enough right there. Looks like Armstrong gets around the outside, makes a run down that second straightaway. Gayhart's on the move right now. She's looking for an inside drive into that second turn. Winner's on the charge for it. Let's see what she can put together down that 3 straightaway. But it's all Colby on the top spot. She's trying to keep that door closed up tight. Knows Armstrong's got some track speed to lay down out of that last turn. Here comes Kane. There goes Skittles into the last straightaway, coming back through. Winner going to try to drive it back down the last straightaway, but it's all Colby, Armstrong, Kane, Gayhart, Winner, Moore. Another one on deck, ready to rock and roll with the elite men. Wing, Lido, Bramer, Smith, Wood, Davis, Schra.
Okay, riders, random start. Riders ready, watch the gate.
Drag race time with the big boys, still looking for low points, trying to get to that semi-main event, trying to make the cut to the top 16. It's all the Cowboy Cam Wood out front, the champ on the top spot as he comes down that second straightaway. Davis making a hard charge with Shara right now, trying to find a wheel into that 3 spot. Here comes Cam Bramer. Bramer's on the move. He's looking for low points. Shara picking it up on the 4 spot. Let's see what happens in that last turn. Wood, Lido, 1-2. Davis on the 3 as they head down the line and wrap this one up. Back to the stripe. It's Wood, wire to wire. Lido, Davis, Shara, Bramer, Smith, and Wing. Bully, Williams, Callum, Tugas, Van Kamen, Shimada, Polk, and Vergara. Locked, loaded, ready to go.
Okay, riders, random start. Riders ready, watch the gate.
Who's got the horsepower down the first straightaway? Got a pretty good shot out of Callum on the inside. Looks like Polk going to slip into that 2 spot. He wants to make the semi. He wants to make the main event today. Let's see what he's got. Got to be Tugas. Tugas picking it up on that 3 spot. Cuddy Williams back on the 4. Bugsy Shimada. Shimada's going to ramp things up with Big Z down the 3 straightaway. Bleeds on the move. Coming into the last turn. Aussie. It'll be Jordan Callum out front. He's going to run the show back down the last straightaway. Callum with authority back to the line. I'll go Polk for the 2, Tugas for the 3, Williams for the 4. As they head back at us, another one locked and loaded. More elite men. Jadoin, Howes, Clarity, Langford, Picardo, Marquardt, Basuna, Wreck.
Okay, riders, random start. Riders ready, watch the gate.
Well, Howes hit the gate, but he knows how to get a little track speed going. Marquardt on the inside, Eddie C on the outside. Clarity Comes around. Oh, he finds a way into the mix. Oh, the long hair is down right there. Oh, boy. We lost 2 of them. We'll have to get back up and trying to get a low point going on with these guys. But Suna slides in for that 3 spot as they head down the 3rd straightaway. But it's all Speedco. Avian Colors of Marquardt on the top spot. Out of Switzerland. Coming back through. France picking it up on the 2. Getting it done. Clarity. Eddie C. Vasuna going to get that 3rd spot. Locked down as they come back down the last straightaway. Going to rock this one back to the line. Michael Rex slips in for a 4. Lucas Howes, everybody's back up. Make some noise for the boys. They come back through. Another one rocked, locked, ready to go. Jolly Moore, Larson, Cole, Elton, Jensen, Viegas, Carmona.
Okay, riders, random start. Riders ready, watch the gate.
Nice drive from Carmona into the first turn down the 2nd straightaway. Got to be Josh Jolly. Jolly picking it up on that 2 spot. Larson back on the 3. Viegas on the 4 spot. Coltrane on the drive into that 2nd turn. Getting a little balled up right there. Moore going to hang on for that 5 as they drive down the 3rd straight into that last turn. Jolly, Carmona getting it done 1 and 2. But here comes Larson out of the last turn. He's driving, looking for try to pick up another spot along the way. Jolly gets the ace back to the line. Viegas gets a 4 as they come back through.
Dig my hands deep down in the dirt. Take a walk along the street if I'm feeling dessert. All of this convenience just doesn't work for me. I wanna play with fire, let me get hurt. Can we take it back to 95? Before we had this drama in our lives, just staring at the screen every day and night. I miss the rush of living in real life. Go get your DeLorean.
You know, when you guys are at our National Series stops all around the United States, we do have a lot of vendors that come in with us, and Tangent Pro Shop is one of the longest vending companies in the sport with BMX, USA BMX, and man, it's kind of a one-stop shop. You got everything that you need to take care of all of your race weekend needs, as far as the gear, the gloves, all the shirts, man, all the stuff they've got here. Take you just a little quick walkthrough. You know, Tangent Products, long time sponsor with USA BMX, and they do make a lot of their own products in-house up in Northern California, Sacramento. But yeah, you come into these vendors when you're at the shops. They've got mechanics on duty to take care of you, keep you styled, keep it dialed all weekend long at the USA BMX National Series. So stop in if you're at one of the stops and say hi to the guys. Another one of our vendors here on the West Coast Series is Northwest BMX out of Oregon, man. And you can tell by looking around their shop right here, they have got everything styled and dialed for all your weekend needs, from the tires, the wheels. They've got helmets, they've got the gear, all the good stuff. So Eric Roth and his crew from Northwest BMX, they're all skating out now. They didn't want to get in the shop, but we like to go through their shops and just show you guys a little bit of what they have to offer. When you guys are on the West Coast, you'll see Northwest BMX out here.
USA BMX, where everyone rides.
Looks like we're going to get right into that semi-main event. Here we are, down to the final 16. Who's going to make the top 8? Elite men. This is where it gets real good right now. Gonna fire it up. Here we go. Langford, Davis, Williams, Villegas, Polk, Wood, Callum, Marquardt, top 4. Moving on.
Okay, riders, random start. Riders ready, watch the gate.
All right, gate is down. Oh, big wheelie out of Williams right there. Villegas off the pace. Got to get in the game right now as they head to that first turn. Everybody riding with a little bit of caution into turn number 1. It's on Marquardt. Callum on the 1-2. Down that second straightaway. Wood ramping things up a little bit. Wood and Callum looking for another Podium today. Trying to get this one going on. Polk trying to hang on that 3 spot. Oh, but here comes the long hair. Langford, Williams all trying to put a wheel into the game on the way around. Oh, Williams going to have to drag race this one back to the stripe. Going to come through. Marquardt, Callum. We're going to go Wood, and I believe it might have been Polk, but we'll get the confirmation screen here in just a second. Looks like Cuddy Williams gets the 4, according to the scores, timers of truth. The transponders of truth, they always come through. They'll tell you who's in the game. So there's your confirmation right there. Simon Marquardt, Jordan Callum, Cameron Wood, Cutter Williams. Top 4 moving on. All right, another one on deck, ready to go. Sharab, Asuna, Lido, Tugas, Clarity, Larson, Carmona, and Jolly.
Okay, riders, random start. Riders ready, watch the gate.
Another one and a head down the gate. Oh, got a little loose going down that first rump. Carmona hung up on the pedal for just a second. Oh, Larson shows a wheel into the first turn down the 2 straightaway. He's in the game right now. Jolly, Clarity going to get it done 1 and 2. Oh, in and out, ready to go down the 3rd straightaway. Larson, Lido, Tugas trying to find a spot right now. They're going to dice this one up into that last turn. See who's got the clean line. Tuging and trying to muscle out. Lido right now back down the last straightaway. It's all Jolly, Clarity, Larson, Lido, top 4. See what the transponders of truth tell us on the confirmation screen coming up here in just a second for you folks at home on Flow. Looks like Jolly, Clarity, Larson, and Lido, your top 4. Is Jolly still the fastest man in the house right now with a 31 second lap, according to our scores timers. Great racing going on today so far. That sets the stage up for the main events with the final 8 for the elite men, the elite women, ABA Futures men and women. Vet Pros will be coming up. Main events will be coming up shortly.
We are here with Cameron Larson, 2024 Olympian for Team USA. Cam, this race is special for you because this is your home track. Not anymore. Last round, Rock Hill is your new home track, but this is where you grew up. What year did you first come to Bakersfield Metro BMX?
Yeah, so I started racing here in 2005. So to be here, I guess, what is it now, 20 years later is pretty crazy. But yeah, always a good time coming back to Bakersfield. A lot of familiar faces, and it's always special racing at basically the track that raised me. So,
would you say you feel more or less pressure because this is the track you grew up on?
Honestly, I feel less pressure than last weekend. Right now, for me, it's a good time, just kind of seeing everybody. I've kind of been watching some people make comments / struggle, and I know you could probably feel the same because you grew up in Vegas where it's not a huge BMX city. So this weekend, it's all fun for me and no pressure, just good vibes.
What would it mean to you to get the first win of the season right here at the track you grew up on?
It would mean a lot to me. Obviously, my first round didn't go exactly the way I'd expect it to, or at least what I wanted to. So to kind of back it up again in front of my friends and family would mean a lot to me. And yeah, I think the hometown crowd would be stoked.
All right, one last question for you, and you don't have to give away all your secrets. What did you change coming from the Supercross style in Rock Hill to the traditional track? And we say small hill, but this really is a small hill. What have you changed?
Yeah, I don't think it's a secret these days, but I did some gear changing. So I'm sure most of the athletes do that. Depending on the hill, with the momentum or just the height of the hill, people change their gear. So that's what I changed.
Best of luck this weekend, Cam. We can't wait to see you out there.
Check. You ready, Bakersfield? Doesn't sound like you guys are ready yet. Main events, you guys ready? Make some noise! On your number 11 bike, out of Owasso, Oklahoma, for Psychotherapy Racing, West Coast Bicycles, Alan Hudson! On your number 25 bike, out of Jalisco, Mexico, for Prophecy America, Christopher Morales! On your 445 bike, out of Bakersfield, California, Union Ride Coach Jordan Miranda! On your 23 bike, out of Glendale, Arizona, Supercross BMX, Corey Reed! On your world number 8 bike, out of Murrieta, California, by way of Ecuador, for Factory Bombshell, Emilio Faiga. On your 64 bike, out of Claremore, Oklahoma, by way of Anytown, USA, for Hoof and Stay Strong, the captain, Nick Long. On your 316 bike, out of San Diego, California, 316 training, Chase, Bicycles, Aztec Fire and Safety, Tyler Brown. Then on your 937 bike, out of Napa, Idaho, Factory 09, Big Jeff Upshaw. For you folks at home watching on Flow Bikes, we are right next to the rail yard here at Bakersfield Metro BMX. So it's kind of a special place. So when the train is going by, when we are in the main event, especially with these pros, the pros, elite men, women, ABA futures, we will hold up for just a second. It seems to be a little bit longer of a train than usual. But hey, that's all right. Here comes the end of it. The gate is up. The stage is set. Bakersfield, let's make some noise. Golden State National, day number 2. Here we go. Vet Pros on deck. Hudson, Morales, Miranda, Reed, Faya, Long, Brown, Upshaw. Ready to go. All right, here we go. Answer whole shot award on the line for the Vet Pros. Extra $100 for the big dogs headed into turn number 1. Upshaw gonna go long on the 1-2. Cha-ching for Upshaw. Answer whole shot award for him down the second straightaway. Big uppy long go 1-2. On Tyler Brown doing a little shopping and now that second turn with Corey Reed. Oh, here we go. Down the 3 straightaway. Upshaw long, the big dude's trying to get it done. There goes Oh, Brown trying to come around. Long put the lead on. Corey Reed says, I'll take the 2. Long will take the 3. Fire for the 4 as they come back to us now. Oh, boy, we'll get the confirmation screen here in just a second with the replay for all you folks at home. Great racing going on with the Vet Pros right there. Jeff Upshaw gets the answer whole shot award for the extra $100 with these guys. As we get to our confirmation screens and our replay, there it is. All right, looks like we're going to go down to the finish line with the winner, Connor Fields. What do we got down there?
Jeff, you're making it a habit of being down here. I feel like we've been talking all the time. 4 for 4 to start the season, but you had first pick and you were not picking lane 1. Can you take us through the thought process of that?
I think being in lane 1 is a great decision, but for me, I like to give myself a little opportunity to go one way or another. So lining up 2, I could get to the inside if I needed to, or swing out towards the middle if I needed to. So I feel like I can play a little bit of defense while focusing on the goal.
They do say defense wins championships. Now that's 4 for 4. How are you going to keep this momentum rolling going into the next round?
I'm just having fun, man. I look at each race and try to figure out the things that I need to work on, be better at, right? So we'll continue to do that and just keep the process fun.
It's 4 wins down, 4 more scores. You started to think about that Silver Cup?
Not just yet, man. I just want to be the best I can be each lap, every day. So that's my plan. We'll see where we're at come Tulsa.
Well, congratulations. We'll see you at the next round.
Thank you.
All right, you heard it right down there. with Connor Fields and Jeff Upshaw. Some great racing going on, man. I'm telling you, some excitement going into that last turn with those guys. Tyler Brown tried to come in, leaning on Nick Long. Corey Reed comes up with a 2 spot. We're going to wind it up again. You guys about ready for the ABA Futures women? Where you at, Bakersfield? Let's make a little noise for the ladies. All right, all right. On your number 1 bike out of Georgetown, Indiana, factory seated LSG, Katie Cyrus. On your national age group number 10 bike out of Surprise, Arizona, BioLab and Send It, Marissa Brown. On your world number 2 bike, out of Henderson, Nevada, Factory Answer, Presley Gould. On your national age group number 8 bike, out of Fountain Hills, Arizona, by way of Montana, for Rockstar Riff Tangent, Landon Burrion. On your world number 7 bike out of Waldell, Arizona, BioLab and Send It, Kate Sifford. On your national age group number 10 bike out of Surprise, Arizona, for Gordon's Bikes, Tatum Huffman. On your national number 18 bike out of Belgrade, Montana, for the BMX Sharks, Addison Thompson. And on your national number 3 bike out of Tempe, Arizona, for Racing Box 760 and ODI, Darren Merton. The stage is set, the gate is up. Golden State National, day number 2 with the ABA Futures women. Cyrus, Brown, Gould, Burrion, Sifford, Huffman, Thompson, Merton, lock, loaded, ready for action. Here we go. Who's going to get the pop and the drop on this one? Merton got a pretty good shot. Thompson going to try to get things going out of the middle. Burrion trying to get in the game right now. Wants a podium. Sifford slipping into the game. Gould coming in for a little tire buzz right there. Down the second straightaway. J-Bike hanging tight on that 2 spot of Sifford. Merton getting it done out front. Oh, Sifford going to put a little lean on Thompson. Opens the door for Burrion. Burrion might have a shot at a podium right now as we go down the 3 straightaway. Still keeping things locked in out front. It's all Merton on this one. She's going to go wire to wire as she comes on back to the last straightaway. Oh, dropped a couple off right there. Back to the striper and to go J-Bike Sifford. Burrion comes up on a podium right there, and Thompson for the 4. Let's see what kind of a replay we could get with this one. We got Merton, Sifford, and Burrion. 1, 2, 3. Here's the replay right here. Let's see what goes on. Down that first straightaway, got a pretty good shot with Merton. Merton getting it done right there. Burrion coming in hot. Looks like Gould hit her tire in the first turn. Then Sifford ramps it up in that second turn. She makes the pass on Thompson. Opens the door for Burrion as they come out of turn number 2 down the 3 straightaway. Then things got a little loose, a little bit busy going in that last turn, and that's where we lost Gould. We lost a couple of them right there, but we'll get them checked out. Well, looks like it's about time. Well, let's see. We get another shot of that replay. There's our confirmation screen with Darren Merton, Kate Sifford, Landon Burrion. Top spots on the podium with Thompson on that 4 spot as we get ready to take it down to the finish line with our winner, Darren Merton. Connor Fields, what do we got down at the finish line?
Darren, another big win. That's 3 on the year so far, but today wasn't all smooth. You were on the ground not once, but twice, but you turned it around. What did it take to turn that around?
Oh, I was down earlier this morning, just not feeling it. Had to just remember that I love riding my bike and love this track and just get back in the groove of things.
What advice would you give to any of the riders that maybe had a hard day today, maybe they ended up on the ground and they're trying to come back tomorrow and have a better day?
You just gotta remember that you like riding your bike and this is fun, and I mean this is supposed to be fun, and it's a great sport, and you just gotta have fun with it, I guess. I don't know.
So being that this is futures, what is your big goal at the end of your career that you want to say that you were able to accomplish?
Win everything.
Win everything. I love it. Congratulations. You're off to a good start by winning today. We'll see you next round.
Thank you. I didn't even be careful.
All right, some great stuff right there. Tatum Huffman coming off the track right now. We'll give her a little bit of love. We're not done yet, though, folks. We're not done yet. ABA Futures men coming up here in just a second. All right, this one's going to heat up, man. All kinds of good stuff with these guys. It's going to be a hot one. Gerke's already getting in the groove. On your world number 1 bike out of Rock Hill, South Carolina, Rockstar Rift Tangent, Chris Velker. On your 130 bike out of Antioch, Illinois, Hyper Factory Bikes, Marshall Gerke. Always a showman. On your number 12 bike out of Arroyo Grande, California for Remix BMX, Levi Folkrod. On your national age group number 18 bike out of Alberta, Canada for Fly Racing Canada, Jackson Ross. On your national age group number 19 bike out of Las Vegas, Nevada for Daylight Cycles, Brady O'Neill. On your national number 39 bike out of Lincoln, California, Rockstar Rift Tangent, Ryder Santos. Picked up the win yesterday. Can he double down in Bakersfield? On your 543 bike out of Cambridge, New Zealand for Tristan Co Prophecy, Nick Cowie. And on your national age group number 1 bike out of Indiana for Huffy Bicycles Pro Max Components, Ethan Popovich. All right, Bakersfield, let's wind it up a little bit. ABA Futures men on deck, rock, lock, ready to go. Felker, Gerke, Folkrod, Ross, O'Neill, Santos, Cowie, Popovich. Gonna be a hot lap. Let's see who's going to get the drive on this one. Popovich, man, got a good gate. All of a sudden he dialed him in, Cap. Going into that first turn. Popovich, Santos, 1-2. Popovich knows he's got to lay down the track speed right now. O'Neill on that 3 spot. Gerke and Felker working it out. But it's all E-Pop in and out of the second turn. 3 straightaway. Popovich, Santos, 1 and 2. Keeping the drive down that third straightaway. Gerke doing a little shopping from the back of the pack. But looks like E-Pop gets the gate, drives it all the way around. Wire to wire, Popovich, Santos, O'Neill, and Gerke with that top 4 drive back to the line. We'll get the confirmation screen and the replay up here in just a second for all you folks tuned back home. Got Flow Bikes. We get a couple of replays for you. Nice drive, like I said, from Popovich. All of a sudden, man, the kid's got gates going on this weekend, and he gets it going in that first turn. Santos drags him down that second straightaway, and Popovich just keeps it alive. The drive all the way back around, wire to wire for E-Pop. A little bit of a redemption for himself on that one. Let's get another angle on that.
Straight to corner, no result.
Well, all right, looks like we're going to go back down to that finish line. We're going to talk with the winner, Ethan Popovich with Connor Fields. What do we got down there, boys?
Ethan, this is your first ABA Futures win. Big win today. Were you always planning on going into lane number 1? What was your thought process and your strategy going into that race?
I was actually planning on going lane 2. Switched up a little bit before, but just get my best gate, get in the race, and then see what I can make happen.
How is the track feeling out there? It hasn't rained in a little bit. Is it dry or is it still a little slippery around the turns?
It's feeling good. I played it a little safe in the turns, but yeah, solid.
And this is the Futures class, so this is development. What are some of your goals long-term for your career?
I think one of my biggest long-term goals is winning the Pro Cup for USA BMX.
Hoisting that silver cup. We made a good step towards that today. Congratulations. We'll see you at the next round.
Thank you.
Check, check. All right. We're ready to wind it up again. I see the ladies nodding their heads. They're ready to go. Game time. Let's introduce you to the ladies here in just a second. We having fun yet, Bakersfield? Everybody having fun yet? Main events? Anybody? Come on, make some noise. All right, let's introduce you to the ladies right now on your 24 bike in Port Orchard, Washington for Chase Fly and BRGstore.com. JC Moore. On your 335 bike out of Phoenix, Arizona for Remix BMX, Rachel Mydock. On your world number 6 bike out of Guilford, Indiana for Huffy Bicycles, Carly Kane. On your 31 bike out of Tucson, Arizona for BioLab DK Bicycles, Delaney Vaughn. On your 54 bike out of Bend, Oregon for Factory Full Tilt Radio, Olivia Armstrong. On your 56 bike out of Surprise, Arizona for Supercross BMX, Lexus Colby. On your 21 bike out of San Diego, California, by way of Australia for Factory Answer, we like to call her Laza Bear, Lauren Reynolds. And on your 44 bike out of Red Deer, Alberta, Canada for Daylight Cycles, Molly Simpson. She got it done yesterday. Can she double down the weekend at the Golden State National, round number 4? Answer Whole Shot Award on the line. Extra $250 coming up from our good friends at Answer BMX. The gate's up. The stage is set. Make some noise, Bakersfield. Where you at? More Mydock, Kane, Vaughn, Armstrong, Colby, Reynolds, and Simpson. Locked, loaded, ready for action. All right, let's see what goes. Oh, big gate drive out of Simpson way downtown with authority right now. Daylight Cycles out of the first turn, down the second straightaway. Cha-ding! Answer Whole Shot Award for her. Armstrong picking up on that 2 spot. Kane on the 3 right now. Oh, here comes Lazabear, though. She is ramping things up, picking up spots along the way. But I don't think anybody's touching Simpson down that 3rd straightaway. Let's see if Armstrong can ramp things up into that last turn. Looking for a big step on the podium. Kane on the 3 right now, but she knows she's got Reynolds in the hip pocket down the last straightaway. Wire to wire, Daylight Cycles. Simpson all the way back through. Armstrong for the 2. Lazabear slides in for the 3 spot. Gets the job done down the last straightaway. As we come on back to as Simpson, Armstrong, Reynolds get those top spots right there. We'll get the replay going on. I'll tell you what an outstanding weekend for Molly Simpson now as she picks up another win. Doubles down in Bakersfield at Golden State National. Here's the replay right there. An absolutely flawless gate from Molly Simpson, and she just took it downtown into turn number 1. Checked out with the ladies. Armstrong made a hard run with this one. You can see Colby and Kane working it out. Lazabert Reynolds way off the back of the pace, but she really knows how to just be patient, lay down the track speed, set things up into the second turn. Kane knew she was coming down that third straightaway, and Reynolds just ramped it up, got a little bit of extra backside, hit the marks just the way she needed to. A little peek over the shoulder right there, and it's like, man, got on the podium again. Great stuff going on. We'll take it down to the finish line. There's our confirmation screen. Simpson, Armstrong, and Reynolds. And we'll go down there and we'll talk to the winner with Connor Fields.
Molly, I think I have a new nickname for you, the Queen of Bakersfield. That is 2 for 2 dominant performance this weekend. Take us through the race today.
Yeah, same thing as yesterday. I was just trying to keep it simple and keep it smooth and stick to my process.
Now, Canada is not known for its sunny weather. Do you think that growing up in Edmonton area and Calgary area, do you think that that has helped you racing here in the rain today?
Yeah, I think so. Back home, we're always riding in the rain and windy and cold, so it's nice. It makes us a little bit tougher when the weather isn't so nice.
Well, I got to say, you were dominant this weekend. At what point do you start looking towards the end of the season and looking at points? That's 2 wins down. You know, what's the process? What's going through your mind as far as getting the cup?
Yeah, I think just keep getting good scores, and it's a long season, so I need to stay sharp and again, just stick to what I do best, and it'll all work out if it's meant to be.
Well done today. Congratulations. We'll see you the next round.
Thank you. Thanks.
All right, another congratulations again. Molly Simpson taking 2 days down at the Golden State Nationals, trying to set the season up for the end-all run at the Grands. We're not done yet, folks. We're not done yet. We got one more big rack to go with the elite men. Let's introduce you to the players. On your number 34 bike, out of Sterling, Virginia, for Rockstar Rift Tangent, Cutter Williams. On your 477 bike, out of Charlotte, North Carolina, for the Alto Wrecking Crew, Joey Lito. On your 74 bike, out of Plainfield, Indiana, by way of Australia, for Mongoose Bicycles, Fly Racing, Jordan Callum. On your 179 bike, out of Bern, Switzerland, for Speedco, Avian, and IRC, Simon Marquardt. On your 815 bike, out of Biganos, France, for Factory 09, Eddie Clardy. On your 883 bike, out of Australia, for Time BMX Radio Box Components, Josh Jolly. On your 15 bike, out of Rock Hill, South Carolina, by way of Bakersfield, California, Factory Answer, Cameron Larson. And on your number 12 bike, out of Phoenix, Arizona, for Mongoose Bicycles USA BMX Foundation, the Cowboy, Cameron Wood, your current USA BMX #1 pro. Another Answer Whole Shot Award on the line for these guys for the extra $250 from our good friends at Answer BMX. As the boys roll in the gate right now, elite men locked and loaded. Let's see if the kid can get it done 2 days in a row. Williams, Wood, Lito, Callum, Marquardt, Larson, Clarity, Jolly. Gate is down. Who's got the horsepower? Big drive down that first straightaway. Jolly's got the inside line. Can he get it done again?
winning answer whole shot award. Larson on the 2 spot. Callum on the 3, trying to drive it in that second turn. Marquardt, Wood trying to ride smart, but it's all the rookie pro out front, coming down the 3 straight away. Still getting this one locked in. Jolly gonna bring it back around one more time. All the way back down to it. Jolly, Larson, 1-2. Callum trying to hit the podium again. Back to the stripe. Jolly doubles down in Bakersfield. Woo, boy, oh boy, they are coming in hot at the finish line right there. But Jolly gets it done. Larson for the 2. Jordan Callum hits the podium 2 days in a row. And here's the replay right here. As we get this one downtown. Jolly, another hot lap going into turn 1. You can see on the replay right here for you folks at home, and he drives it out of that first turn, second straightaway. Larson right on his tail. Wood chasing him down with Marquardt. They're going in that second turn. Callum slips into the 3 for the podium. As we come back through, still got the lock on that top spot with Jolly. Goes wire to wire, gets it done 2 days in a row in Bakersfield. I'll tell you what, the kid has made a statement. He got it done at Rock Hill on the big track. It's done on the small course here. And man, oh man, we'll take it down to the finish line with my man Connor Fields. Josh Jolly, the winner. Let's see what's going on.
Josh, I know you just won, you doubled, but you're not feeling great. You are cramping right now. How are you feeling?
Oh my God, I don't even know. My quads are locked up, and if I move, my hammies lock up. It's crazy.
I have great news for you. You don't have to train for a couple days. You just doubled. Dominant performance this weekend. Is Bakersfield your new favorite track?
I don't know. It's been pretty successful, so it might be one of my favorites now.
I think we got Molly as the queen of Bakersfield. I think you might have to be the king of Bakersfield. At what point do you start looking at scores and start thinking about the year-end championship?
Since yesterday, started looking at it. I like the idea of going for a title this year, and we'll go for it.
Congratulations. We'll let you go recover, stretch those legs out, get some water in you. We'll see you at the next one.
Thank you.
USA BMX, where everyone rides.
All right, let's get on to our pro podium right now as we got the Vet Pros coming up. First up, number 8 spot, Alan Hudson. Number 7, Christopher Morales. Number 6, Tyler Brown. Number 5, Jordan Miranda. Number 4, Emilio Fala. Onto the podium today out of Claremore, Oklahoma by way of Anytown, USA. For Huffy and Stay Strong, the captain, Nick Long. On your number 2 spot out of Glendale, Arizona for Supercross BMX, Corey Reed. Taking the top of the podium today, once again out of Nampa, Idaho for Factory 09, Big Jeff Upshaw. Upshaw also capturing that Answer Whole Shot Award for the extra $100 from our good friends at Answer BMX. As we've got our Vet Pro podium on the screen right now for all those folks viewing home. Viewing at home on Flow Bikes, Alan Hudson, Morales Brown, Miranda Faya, Long, Reed, and Upshaw taking the podium right there. Up next will be our ABA Futures Women. Number 8, Presley Gould. Number 7, Tatum Huffman. Number 6, Marissa Brown. Number 5, Katie Cyrus. Number 4, Addison Thompson. And on the podium today out of Fountain Hills, Arizona, by way of Montana for Rockstar Rift Tangent, Landon Burrion. On your number 2 spot, out of Waddell, Arizona for BioLab and Send It, Kate Sifford. Taking the top of the podium today for the ABA Futures Women out of Tempe, Arizona for Racing, Box 760 and ODI, Darren Merton. Once again, your podium for your ABA Futures Women, Landon Burrion, Kate Sifford, and Darren Merton. ABA Futures Men up next. Number 8, Jackson Ross. Number 7, Nick Cowie. Number 6, Levi Folkrod. Number 5, Chris Felker. Number 4, Marshall Gerke. On to the podium today out of Las Vegas, Nevada for Daylight Cycles, Brady O'Neill. On your number 2 spot, out of Lincoln, California for Rockstar Rift Tangent, Ryder Santos. And taking the top of the podium today for the ABA Futures Men out of Indiana for Huffy Bicycles and Pro Max Components, Ethan Popovich. Once again, some outstanding racing going on with the ABA Futures Men. The podium right there, Brady O'Neill, Ryder Santos, Ethan Popovich. Next up for your pro podium right now, for your elite women, number 8, J.C. Moore. Number 7, Rachel Mydock. Number 6, Delaney Vaughn. Number 5, Alexis Colby. Number 4, Carly Kane. On to the podium today out of San Diego, California, by way of Australia for Factory Answer, Lauren Reynolds. Taking that 2 spot out of Bend, Oregon for Factory Full Tilt Radio, Olivia Armstrong. And doubling down at stop number 4 out of Red Deer, Alberta, Canada for Daylight Cycles, Molly Simpson. Molly Simpson also capturing the Answer Whole Shot Award for the extra $250 from our good friends at Answer BMX. Once again, your women's elite pro podium right there. Lauren Reynolds, Olivia Armstrong, Molly Simpson. Up next will be our elite men. Number 8, Cutter Williams. Number 7, Eddie Clarity. Number 6, Joey Lito. Number 5, Summer Marquardt. Number 4, Cameron Wood. On to the podium again for 2 days in a row. Out of Plainfield, Indiana, by way of Australia for Mongoose Bicycles, Fly Racing, Jordan Callum. Taking that number 2 spot out of Bakersfield, California for Factory Answer, Cameron Larson. And doubling down in Bakersfield, taking the top of the podium today, out of Victoria, Australia for Time BMX Radio Box Components, Josh Jolly. The rookie pro makes another statement right here at the Golden State National, day number 2, pro round 4, gets the Answer Whole Shot Award for the extra $250 Doubles down in Bakersfield. The kids ready to go right there. Once again, your pro podium for your elite men. Josh Jolly, Cameron Larson, and Jordan Callum.
An action-packed couple of days here at Metro BMX in Bakersfield. Starting with the Futures class, we saw some amazing racing. Ethan Popovich got a win. Ryder Santos got a win in the men's class. But the level was elevated even further than the last round. I look forward to seeing how they continue that on for the rest of the year and into their pro careers in the future. On the women's side, Darren Martin was dominant, winning both days after picking up a win in Rock Hill as well. She has put her hand up and said, I am here and I am ready and I will be there in the future in the pro women's class. Switching over into the Vet Pro, it was the Jeff Upshaw show yet again. Another 2 wins, that's 4 on the season. You need 8 scores for the championship later this year in Tulsa. He's halfway there. Barry Nobles has won the last 3 big cups for the Vet Pro class, and he is definitely sweating a little bit because Jeff's got those wins. We'll see if Barry Nobles can come back, stack some wins, and be ready to go for the end of the season championship. On the women's pro class, it was the Molly Simpson show. I have nicknamed her the Queen of Bakersfield. She got her first win here. She picked up 2 this weekend. Honestly, nobody was even close. Lauren Reynolds was on the podium both days in her first race of the season. So special shout out to her. She rode really well, but this was simply the Molly Simpson show. On the men's class, Josh Jolly is legit. Period. Full stop. No more debating about it. You can debate about wearing the jersey or not, but there is no debate that Josh Jolly is here to stay. 2 wins, back-to-back. He's basically put his hand up and said, I'm going to try for this championship at the end of the year. I am thoroughly impressed. It's been a few years since a teenager picked up a win like that. Josh Jolly is the future, but there's a lot of other talent. Jordan Callum, back-to-back podiums, both days. Local boy Cam Larson picked up a 2nd today. I know that must have been a really special podium for him here at the track where it all began. And the Cowboy, Cam Wood, your defending champion, a 2nd and a 4th. Not a bad weekend, but by his standards, not what he was looking for. He'll be looking for redemption at the next race. Speaking of the next race, the next time you'll see us on Flow Bikes is the Legacy Nationals, as well as the USA Cycling Elite National Championships for the men, the women, U23 and juniors off the Big Hill at the USA BMX headquarters, Hardesty National Stadium in Tulsa. Make sure you're tuned in for all the action. We'll see you there.